I vividly remember my dad, Cavaliere Gino Zanoni, chaired the first meeting. It was held at our home, and I was in charge of supplying endless cups of coffee, making sure that the flagon of wine was on the table. One of the very few first meals that we cooked it in a little electric stove, doing schnitzels and this and that. Yeah, it was hard, but lots of fun. Mrs. Casadilla would come along and she would play us a tune on her piano accordion, and we'd all sing and fill the day with song and love.
The hall was always full of joy, enjoyment. There was enjoyment. If you see the club like this, people would dance, eat, laugh, scream. They're beautiful, beautiful. I love cook, and I enjoy with the people. For me, they mean a lot. I love the club. I love, since I was, like I said, I used to work, I used to be at a big house, a little family, and the children, and I leave my children to go because I love the club, and I still do. Sometimes I get upset if I can't go, or something I don't like to go for it, or whatever, and I get upset, but I love the club.
It was always special because we, we used to do wedding. We used to do 21st. We used to do a lot of parties. The bus, when they come from Adelaide, wherever they come, we used to cook for them. And I did enjoy the cook, especially with the Grazia. She trusted me. She always give me the job. She trusted me what I do. I was a bit slow, that's a matter, but I did the things the way it should be. The one day I did 100 beats.
By hand?
By hands. And it was the table there, the table long like that, we put all single one we put there, and we used to do all sides of the beats, for everybody did enjoy. Always by hands, for a long time. After they got the machine,
We got the veg.
we got the veg. Yes, to the veg. We used to go away for the bocce in a bus. We in the seat in somewhere.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and one time Annie went to myself and Louisa. Why with the bus? Because nobody else wanted to go. Yeah, and we went. We really enjoy it.
I love the bocce, and that's when I retired. Was for because the bocce started getting really, really good, and I wanted to learn. Lina rang me. And she said, no, Grace, I detto, dice, Massimo, see you play, and you want you to, we do this thing, and they want you to be gone to China, if you find somebody else, another lady. And I said to me, in China? I said, where am I going by myself? I said, I'm not going in China. I said, it's not around the corner.
My son got married in 2002. And then I started to come a little bit, and then, always something to do in a club. Sometimes we come a clean swear in the middle of the week. So many ladies together. We was 6 or 7 ladies. We jog a little bit and drink wine. We drink quite a bit of wine. On the bar. We used to dance, We used to dance. When they had the dinner dance,
I now help in the kitchen. I help Rocco, Lucy, Josie and Bev. And it's very interesting. I've learnt a lot of the ladies because there are several regions in Italy, and we've tried to showcase every region. Everyone has different specialities and methods of cooking. We've always tried to keep traditions with the cooking.
Yeah, this New Year's Eve was good. Every year, the New Year's Eve, Father's Day, Mother's Day. There was a lot of people here.
I'm the one bringing up to make a sauce for the club, to save money for the club, And the first year, everybody wanted to kill me. Oh, you're going to do blah. And I said, this year, they're going to be nice summer. We're going to buy some tomato, and we're going to do sauce for the club. And that's when we started making sauce. We ordered the tomato, and then we started making sauce 1,500 bottles of sauce that we done the first year. 1,500 bottles of sauce.
The camaraderie, how all of a sudden something will happen, they'll all just burst out laughing, or they'll all just tell a joke in Italian, then burst out laughing and then turn around and say, you don't understand, so we'll explain it to you in English. And they try, and sometimes they work and sometimes it just doesn't. They were organised. They were like a lot of ants that just went and did their job, and then they just moved from one job to the other until everything was done and ready. Very organised. They're all characters in their own way. Grace, Palmina, if you do something wrong, Palmina will whack you on the backside and show you how to do it right. Angela Dishani, she was awesome to learn from. She would show you the right way, and you only got one chance, and she was telling you again that that's not right, get it right before it goes in the oven. So,
in the kitchen, the ladies, how they would joke, and you'd always have a laugh.
X-rated jokes.
Yeah. You'd always have a laugh. It was a banter.
And it was always around a certain subject.
And dare a male walk in because it was shh. And it was okay once you were married because they sort of actually
let you in a bit.
Yeah. Before that, it was like hush hush because you're not married, sort of thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Like I'd walk in and it was like shh. And it was silence because, I was quite young.
It was a bit, not for your ears.
No,
sort of
correct.
Thing. But, I love the banter and just the joking.
Remember the big dinner with Johnny Howard? That was a big thing.
You know what I remember about that? Louisa went to the toilet, I don't know how many times to, make herself up, prop herself up, to make sure that everything was in place because, the Prime Minister was coming.
Yeah, but I think we were all we were all on guard that night because it was a big thing. Our club was catering for the Prime Minister and his entourage. So.
And his Secret Service were in the kitchen. Like, what are they doing in the kitchen? Shouldn't they be protecting him out there?
When Louisa walked in, you knew she was there. So you better smart yourself up.
I used to always go with her, and then before we went to the club, we went to Coles and brought all the bread and the groceries. And then we'd swing past and pick up all the ladies that were squashed in the car.
I don't know, it's a good day in the morning, you see all of the friends, even if we used to get shit, but you still love it to go. And Louisa, sometimes she used to come in my place to pick me up and go shopping. I said, where you bloody go? You go to the wedding or what? The way she was dressed up. I said, we go working, girl, we go working. Oh, well, she said, I got the clothes, what is not to wear?
Coaching as a woman that was a real challenge. It took me a long time to agree to that because, first of all, I was a woman and women didn't coach at that time. And, of course, the other thing for me was I wasn't Italian and I didn't have an Italian background, and yet I could see that things were quite different for the Italian gender balance, shall I say, of there was a woman's role and there was a man's role, which wasn't at all like I had been brought up. So it was kind of a nervous training and a nervous Sundays all the time because of the cultural differences and being a woman doing predominantly a man's role at the time. What was memorable, which was I think really important at the time, was as an under-11 coach, you could coach on the pitch. And that was really, really valuable.
Comfortable. We felt comfortable there. We were safe. Compared to what it's like nowadays, for kids in those days, it was great. I used to run amok, play soccer, get a feed on a Sunday night, and like I always said, it was like second home, food-wise. Didn't matter who was cooking on which part of different regions of Italy, different styles, and we probably learned to appreciate everyone else's food.
It was like a safe haven, really. Like we had 5 acres of land or whatever it is there, and our parents were inside, and even at 9 o'clock at night, we'd be outside in the dark, running around playing soccer, kicking the ball, playing hide and seek, and our parents knew it was a safe place. They didn't worry about us. Tea time, we'd go in, have our tea. Some would get a bigger plate than others because mothers were in the kitchen.
Mum was a quiet achiever. She just would do her work and didn't like chaos,
chaos
or any
controversy or
she didn't there was a
but
bit of
loved
bickering.
her time in the kitchen and was very proud of what they achieved.
I know taking mum to different appointments and all that sort of stuff, she would say, I worked at the Italian club and they would say, I've been there for a pizza pasta night, it was beautiful. I've been there for a wedding, it was magnificent. Or wherever she's gone, and she sort of says she's quite very proud of that. She's worked in the club for so many years. She'd always say, I worked in the kitchen at Casadero Park, or someone would always say, I've been at that club for some type of food or a function, and they just praised it up. And it just made her, feel proud and happy.
And I love to see the club not say the way they used to be, because a lot of members are not here anymore. It's impossible. But I like the younger generation to go, like your age, to go to the club and help her, because that's the thing their father put in there. Their father put it together.
Something I'd really like to see is maybe a book being made to show all the ladies' recipes, and that maybe people can buy it and still enjoy the food that the ladies have cooked.
Yeah, our ladies were certainly a very, very pivotal part of the success of our club.
But they worked so hard. They were there like Sunday in the morning, right through the whole day to serve us dinner.
The kitchen ladies are just, they taught me so much, and I've learnt a lot from them, and they are just outstanding people.
Quando spesso the women, we talk everything. I like it, good women, good company.
And that's like a home. When I was there, I feel like my home.
It's always been fun. You generally are always working with fun people. We're all there for the same reasons. We're all there to help the club, whether it be sport, social, or the ladies in the kitchen.
The club is always in my heart, and that's it. I love the club.
Never in my father's wildest dreams would he have had imagined the club those many years ago would grow to what it is today.
How lucky were we? We grew up at a time where we had amazing meals at home and all that love and affection. Went to the club, our place where we played sport. Same thing. It was like our home away from home, our kitchen away from. Walking to the kitchen is like walking to our own pantry at home. But you're right. It extends beyond just the food. Normally, food brings people together, and that's what they were doing. They were bringing us together.
Thank goodness for the blessings of our women, our mothers, that have allowed that to happen.